This video is about my son. This is Darius. Darius, I later learned when he was like 13 is when his health started declining. 2013, his health started declining. Now, my Darius, he was special needs. He was my youngest child. I noticed that he wasn't developing like my girls were developing and thriving. Uh, I noticed something was different about my baby. So when he started pre-K, I uh, I spoke with the counselors there or whoever those people are that does the testing to see where you should be placed. Before he started school, I let them know that he would have to be tested. They took their time with it, but they did have it complete by the end of the year. So he had to start over the next year. So he had to stay where he was because, oh, I thought that was my abuser. I'm constantly looking around, y'all. I'm just constantly looking around because I keep seeing trucks that look like his. But anyway, that was a little close coming around here in the place. But anyway, um, he had to repeat. I think I started him in kindergarten. I started him in kindergarten. We didn't do pre-K because I was working with him myself. But um, yeah, he had to repeat kindergarten. But he was in special needs kindergarten with kids that was like himself. Teachers, the regular teachers, they don't understand special needs. Before placement, you just have a special needs child in the class. My baby peed on himself because he didn't know how to tell I don't know. He couldn't speak in sentences even then, so the teacher didn't understand him. But anyway, moving on along. Um, they run the testing. They got him tested, and he's in special needs class now. All throughout, all the way up to high school. He graduated from that. His graduation. Oh my gosh, my kid. He was in his wheelchair. They push him, right? Because he didn't know how to wheel himself or none of that kind of stuff. So the teacher wheeled him to get his diploma, and he's jumping up and down like, hey. Oh, it made me cry because the whole auditorium was clapping for every graduate. But it made me cry because he was so excited. I mean, he just loved people, you know. And it's like, hey, yay, it's my time to shine. He was shining, and they didn't allow for you to record up in there at the time. So my phone wasn't, I didn't record the thing. They cut off the Wi Fi. So I couldn't save the memory, but it's here. I remember he was so excited at his graduation. Oh man, that kid. Everywhere he go, through school, all throughout his years of school, he was known for the kid that always wore a smile, always saying hello. See you across the way, he waving, trying to get your attention. Hey, I see you over there. But I was kind of nervous, I ain't gonna lie, because there was a period where police was just killing black young men, all over the place. So I had to, if I saw a police officer, I had to just hug my son from the back, and his arms trying to get up there and wave at the police. Uh-uh, you ain't gonna be getting shot on my watch. And you know what? That's a shame. That's a shame. But I didn't want them to feel threatened by him in no kind of way when he just trying to spread love and light. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. But yeah, he was a good kid. And then when his health started declining, it first started with his gait, with the way he walk, how he make his steps. Now, mind you, it was the bus that would come pick him up and take him to school and bring him from school to home. This was in the evening. I noticed he was just walking slow, like usually he'd be jumping off that bus coming in the house, but he was taking his own sweet time, and each step was a struggle. I'm observing this. And at home, in the house, he was just clumsy. He haven't been clumsy up to this point. Um, but anyway, as I observe, I notice we go on an outing. We're walking, going on a little walk, and seems like the cracks in the ground would be triggers. He had to have assistance to step over the cracks in the ground, any lift in the ground. But other than that, he was able to keep walking. Stepping off a curb, he needed assistance. But other than that, he can keep walking. What's going on here? It's what I'm wondering. What's going on here? Sometimes he would trip over his own feet. And when he fell on the ground, he will be flailing his arms like he's falling from a cliff while he's laying on the ground. Oh, I got 15% battery, but I gotta make this fast. To make a long story short, this condition, which never had gotten diagnosed over the years, it just started taking from him till it couldn't take no more. He went from trying to keep his balance to not being able to get up to crawling to not being able to walk at all to being in a wheelchair and then bedridden. I watched this neurological white matter disease, just take every ability that he had away from him, all the way down to the swallow. He started pooling in his mouth because he wasn't able to swallow. And then one day, I was in the bathroom, just got out of the shower, and I hear my significant other say, come here, hurry up. Something's going on with Darius. I couldn't put my clothes on fast enough. But by the time I got to him, he was already gone. My significant other saw him. He told me he saw him struggle a little bit and then take his last breath. That's what he told me. I just picked up my baby, grown 24-year-old young man, because he was kind of frail because his legs, the muscle break down when you're not using your muscles. I picked him up out of the bed and put him on the floor, and I just called 911. They came, and all I saw was after they left, and after the coroners came and took my son's body away, I just kept seeing his body on the floor. We were planning on bringing Darius out here with us. That was the perfect apartment. But you know what? Things happen for a reason because I wouldn't want my son out here with me like this. It would have been really hard with my baby out here, disabled at 24 in a wheelchair with me like this out here. But I feel like he's in a better place, and I feel like he can express himself like he want to. Because when they was trying to revive him, I ran upstairs. My oldest daughter, the one who have my grandkids, and told her that the ambulance was there trying to revive her brother. She got up out the bed and she said, I just had a dream about him. He told me he had to go. And I'm like, that was powerful. At that moment, she was dreaming of her brother. He said he got to go. And he was waving at her and she said he was talking. He was saying words. So that gave me some kind of insight, you know, to something that I'm not even aware of. I don't know. I just have to take that to mean something in my spirit. My son is okay. He was so handsome. My Darius. Have a beautiful day.